Hey guys, it's Kelly with Unleashed Unlimited. Today we're going to be working with Malinois, a muzzle, and a clicker. Alright, so recently we had a workshop with Gellman of solid canine training. We were working with Cooley. She's a 1-year-old Belgian Malinois. She came to us with leash reactivity issues, a lot of anxiety, very anxious of new people and different new places, situations, and sounds. So we are conditioning her to a muzzle to start putting her around some situations that now we can work through now that she's made safe because she's in a muzzle. Alright, so here we are, day one, working with Cooley and the muzzle. Got her on a place board. As you can see, I'm sitting in a chair, kind of a couple feet away from her. My body language pointed away from her, just putting the least amount of pressure as I possibly can, because like I said, she does deal with a lot of anxiety, and the amount of pressure, we want to make sure we keep that low so she doesn't feel too pressured to be doing anything. I want her to figure out that her face needs to go into the muzzle without me trying to force it. As she gets a little bit more comfortable, you can see I put my hand on the muzzle and I keep my hand on the muzzle while she's putting her face in. We've using some super high value treats, so we've got some chicken, just really getting her excited to work and to figure out what she needs to do with this muzzle. You'll notice a clicker in the background. We're not using a clicker right now with her. There's another dog off camera who is working some muzzling as well. And you can see I've turned my body closer into her. I scoot a little bit closer to her, changing that picture for her a little bit. So she pops off the board, no big deal. We'll just put her back, start again. My body language is a lot more direct with her now as she's really started to grasp the idea. So this is day 2. We've introduced the clicker. We did bring Cooley into a separate room that is secluded from everything else going on around her. Her anxiety causes her to lose focus quickly when she kind of focuses in on any noises or movement around in the room. So putting her in a room where she had nothing to focus on except the muzzle work it's a very important step, especially for a dog with her level of anxiety. Muzzle, Cooley, muzzle. So I'm moving the muzzle left to right, kind of getting her to target and really work and put her face and move to the muzzle as well. So she's kind of poking around, and eventually about 20 seconds or so, face goes in the muzzle. To mark the correct sequence as soon as her face goes in the muzzle, pull the muzzle away, and that's when the click end and reward. Times like this, it is key to kind of just wait her out and not give up too easily. Takes a little bit longer. She's kind of testing it a little bit, but stay with her, stay focused, and keep going without helping her out, because at this point, like I said, she's figured out the game. Good girl. So this is still day 2 of muzzling. We have moved her outside of the room with a little bit more distraction. There's a person in the room, more noises, and you can see touching on the back of her head and getting the strap situated. She did kind of avoid the muzzle a little bit, like I said, more going on in the room, but I am able to slip the muzzle onto her face. So being able to put her in a muzzle means that she can now be safe to get a bath. So before, you couldn't, owner could not bathe Cooley. She didn't want to be handled, she couldn't be touched. Now you can see her drinking the water, and the muzzle makes her safe to put in the bath because you take away the opportunity. She puts her in more of a calm state, as you can see. Put the muzzle on her and she kind of just relaxes. So now she can be in that relaxed mindset when you start to put her in the bath and get her to realize that the bath is okay as well. Paw pads and just kind of handle her feet without her reacting towards it. Alright, so one of our last steps here for Cooley was getting her around some other dogs. Besides an older dog that she has in her house, she does not have a strong social history, so in social settings around other dogs, she does become anxious and she lashes out. So she's barking, growling, lunging towards other dogs. Again, putting her in the muzzle makes her safe to be put in different situations, in social aspects. You'll see the stockade whips that we're using, or we're just using them to create some distance between her and the dog, creating a barrier, letting her know that she's safe, and we can kind of teach those dogs to yield to her, but she also is learning that the dogs can move away. She doesn't need to lash out to push them back. I know it's hard to hear, but Jeff is giving some extra commentary and teachings in the background, just pointing out some of Cooley's behavior in the social interactions, and just kind of giving us some tips on what to look for. Dropping the leash, we are just keep moving her around. Leash is dragging on the ground, just trying to get her a little more comfortable in the environment, being around these other dogs.
Choose your friend, guys. Remember that. Okay? Choose your friend. It's sort of like you take two aggressive dogs and walk, go on a walk with them together. That doesn't mean they can hang out.
Behind you.
Just pulling at the muzzle, trying to get it off, turn, just correct it really quickly, again, keep her moving, and get her focus off of that muzzle and just keep her walking.
So yeah, I mean, this dog would be like safe with a muzzle.
Cooley was out in a social environment for about 15 minutes or so. She did well, so we didn't want to stress her out too much. So at that time, we decided to go ahead and put her up. We're very proud of Cooley and the progress that she made over these past couple of days in our workshop. Big thanks to Jeff Gellman for coming out and showing us some new stuff. If you like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we have a lot more content coming.